yeah. Come on, man. Come on, tune on in. Welcome to the Giant Huddle. Let's go. Talk about this schedule tonight, man. Let's go. Do not forget to like the stream. Let YouTube and whoever else know that we here, man. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your guy who was never lying, sometimes defiant, TP Wade the Giant. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you feeling? Knicks was finishing their food last time I checked. I think it's safe to say that game is pretty much over. The New York Knicks are advancing. So Funk Flex Bomb, of course, for the New York Knicks. Yeah, man. I want to give a giant salute to every New York Giant soldier, man, that is going to be tuned in into the stream. Make sure on your way in, man, you do your due diligence, you like this stream, and you even share this stream, man. Let everybody know what is going on this way. And most importantly, if you are new to this channel, subscribe. Let's go.
I felt there was no better athlete on that field than me. I was the best athlete on the field, and in order to win, you have to beat me. If you can't beat me, then you can't win.
I tell you right now, you know everybody gonna watch this ass whoop I'm put on you, right?
It's your guy who was never lying, sometimes defiant. It's a kid way to shine.
And put both feet down on the ground, and then it came out of the pile. This ball's thrown, and Tyree, that may be the greatest catch I've ever seen.
Sometimes defiant.
Lobs it, Boris alone, touchdown New York.
Giant salute to Clinton Jones, tuned in like he always does, man. Shout out to my guy Clinton. He definitely holds it down, man. He says, hey, TP, how are you doing? I am doing fine, man. Thank you for asking. I am doing amazing, especially it just being a good night, man, for just sports in general. I'm happy that the New York Knicks, man, is finishing their food. Never was worried. I knew that they would, handle their biz, man. So bye-bye, Boston. Bye-bye, Boston. But, yes, man. Yes, as y'all see in the title, make no mistake about it, man. We are going to really talk about the schedule because I'm going to keep it real with y'all. A lot of Giant fans and just fans of the NFL in general, they have us twisted. They have us tangled. I don't know what is going on. I don't know why people look at us as low as they look at us. It's like the off-season moves meant absolutely nothing. But we're going to talk about some things, man, because clearly I look at this schedule a lot differently than how others see it, man. So, let's go ahead and let's get this schedule up on the screen. I think it's been long enough to where everybody is fully, digested what is what. We pretty much understand. I know that everybody keeps throwing it out there that the New York Football Giants have the toughest schedule in all of the NFL. I put a video out about this, but I'm going to reiterate, man. I do not care about that. I actually welcome it. I actually enjoy the fact that we have a tough schedule because I don't want to be built around fluff, man. I don't. I want to know what is what. I've said this plenty of times. I'm going to say it again. I want to know if we are it or simply we are not it. Remember in 2022, found some success, got to the playoffs, and what was the one thing that everyone would say? The New York Football Giants is fool's gold. Oh, look who they played to get to the playoff. You can't say that with a schedule like this. All right, so I'm glad that it's stamped that we have the hardest schedule. I'm glad that everybody is underlooking the underdogs. I'm glad. I'm happy about all of that. I love it. I welcome it. The reason why I welcome it is because it's the Giant way, man. It's the Giant way. Think about it. Especially in our last 2 Super Bowls, right? We were doubted. We were doubted. They wanted to get rid of Eli at one point. They wanted to get rid of Tom Coughlin at one point. And what happened? You know what I mean? So if the league is not looking at us as, the underdogs, if people do not see us the way I feel like we look, I'm fine with that. Matter of fact, I feel more comfortable than anything else with that. So, I mean, nah. And we're gonna really talk about, man, these games right here, man. For real, for real. Yeah, I'll throw in a link in the chat real quick, man, for everybody. This is the Giant Huddle, man. So, any Giant fan is definitely more than welcome, man, to chop it up with your boy. And we're gonna talk about this thing, man, because a lot of people got us fucked up, man. I'm gonna just say it. A lot of people got us fucked up. I've been listening to content creators all week, man. I've been listening to content creators flat out, like making videos and everything, flat out saying they scared. And this is not even me like being facetious. I'm literally repeating them. They're scared. I've been seeing NFC East roundtables. I watched the NFC East roundtable the other night, and the Eagle representative was getting at it. The Dallas Cowboy representative was getting at it. The Commander fans has been absolutely crazy as of lately, but the Commander representative was getting at it. And what was the New York Giant representative doing? Just sitting there, just being quiet. Somebody bark at him, he throws a light jab and all. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I don't know what is up with all of this pussyfooting around, man, and this New York Giant fan base and all of that. But look, man, I that's not me. That's not me. And I see it a lot differently, man. Pat, what's the word, man?
Yo, what's going on, TP?
Man, I can't call it. Just another day.
Hey, I want to show you something after the stream.
Okay.
Is very, very important. Born for Sports, what's going on, bro?
Yeah, man. Shout out to Born for Sports, tuned in, man. Giant salute to Born for Sports, man. Thank you for tuning in, man. I appreciate you.
This schedule though, bro.
Yeah, man.
But we gonna see what we're about in the beginning of the season. That's a fact.
That's a fact. Ghost Dog says, "Yerp, peace and salute, TP
But
Wade."
it might not be as hard as you can think.
And
I'm gonna give my opinion real quick. That we win that Commanders game. I know we can beat the Cowboys. People gonna call me crazy. We can beat the Chiefs too. The Chiefs are not as strong as they used to be. We can beat the Chargers because if we stop the Chargers' run game, we got a hell of a chance to beat them. Mm-hmm. Definitely know we can beat the Saints. The Eagles, that's a whole nother story on a short week. That's a whole nother story. But the Broncos, yes, we can beat them too. They're not unstoppable, and they play very good defense, but we play very good defense, and I think we can make Bo Nix make some mistakes. And then we knock I'm glad we get the Eagles out of the way early. Hopefully we can win that second one. I don't think we win that Thursday night football one, but hopefully we can win that second one. The 49ers are not as strong as they used to be, and then they just paid Brock Purdy $53 million a year. So, and they are struggling. We can beat the Bears. I know we can beat the Packers. And I want to see what this Lions team is about because they lost some stuff too. The Patriots, I know we can beat. The Commanders, I know we can beat. This Vikings team might not be nowhere near as strong as they were last year. We definitely can beat the Raiders, and we definitely can beat the Cowboys. So it's if we get a good start, I think we have a very good season. If we go on week 5 with confidence, let's say we're 2-2 going into week 5 and we beat the Saints.
Yeah.
And we lose to the Eagles 3-3. That Broncos game, we win that game. And then the Eagles, let's just say we lose to the Eagles twice, 4-4. The 49ers and Bears, 6-4. Packers, I'll give a loss, 6-5. The Lions, that's going to be a game I think we can pull out 7-5, 8-5, 8-6, 9-6, 10-6. And then at the end of the season, who knows what happens in the game. If we're fighting for playoff position or if we're just in the position that we need to be. I can see a 10-7 season. I can. And that's being absolutely possible. But those first 5 games, if we are 3-2, we're going to have a good season.
Hey, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at 10 games. Not even a little bit. But yeah, man, let's get into it. We're gonna talk about it. Unpopular opinion, sports is tuned in. It's in the chat, man. Giant salute to Unpop, man. Yes, man. Ghost Dog, I see you. He says I got us going 9-8.
I can see that as well.
All good, baby.
Okay,
baby.
I'm not mad at that. Ghost says, and lets it be known, we ain't scared over here. So listen, before I even get into anything, man, I want to start with actually the preseason games. Not as much as the opponents because that is just whatever, but just the importance of the preseason games. Now, everybody, and I just put a video about this. Everybody has been speaking and talking about which week is it that we're gonna see Jackson Dart. Listen, man, I'm going ahead and putting it out there. This is the only time in preseason, right here. This is the only time I'm trying to see J Money, aka Jackson Dart. Respectfully, respectfully, like and I'm looking at this as a Giant fan, and I'm looking at this from someone who believes that this team will be good and will shock the league. I'm being straight up with you, and so this preseason is going to be vital because that is going to be the first look of the new jewels, man, that we added to the squad. And I like who we're playing here. You got the Bills, Jets, and the Pats. Even though we played the Pats in the season, which is interesting. But anyway, that's where I want to see J Money. I want to see what he looks like there. I want to see what Scatterbo looks like in the league for the most part. I can remember when everybody was talking about Zeke Elliott coming into the league. Mm-hmm. And I'll never forget, man, I'm sitting there and watching the preseason games, and the Cowboys goes against Seattle, and this is when Seattle had the Legion of Boom. And it wasn't like it was such an action-packed game. But I remember when I seen Elliott go heads up with Cam Chancellor. And that alone, I said, okay, all right, Zeke is gonna be ready for the league. So in that same mindset, like that's something similar to what I'm looking forward to seeing when it comes to a Cam Scatterbo. Like I'm looking just for a sign. I'm looking for just how his game translates to the league to where I could say the same thing. Okay, all right. Yeah, he's got it. And so everyone else, man, of course, all of our free agents, man, and all of our draftees, man. So preseason, I do want to say, man, do not sleep on preseason. This is actually the most excited I have been for a preseason in quite some time. To
That's
be
a
honest
fact.
with
Yeah,
you.
that's a fact.
Yeah, an unpopular opinion sports says Dart will start Monday night versus the Pats. My unpopular opinion. Funk Flex Bomb for Unpop. Letting it be known he thinks Dart will start versus the Pats. Hopefully not. Hopefully not, because if he does see the field, that means
We getting our butts kicked.
yeah. It's not good. It's not good. It is not good. So I'm gonna kick it off like this, man. We got the Commanders week 1. Commander fans have been talking heavy. Commander fans have been talking like they are the ones that just won the Super Bowl. Commander fans are talking to Giant fans like we don't have their number. I mean, all it took was 1 year for them. They have hit the ground running, and they are on 10. And it's pissing me off, and I'm not even going to hold y'all. It's pissing me off. And so I am happy. If I had to pick, like, schedule this and do this on my own, if I had to make this up, I would have put the Commanders right there on week 1 myself. Because not only is this going to be a good test for us, but I don't look at the Commanders how everybody is speaking about. Don't forget, man, and either one of the games that we played versus them last year, it was a game. It wasn't like they was putting belt to ass or anything like that. I would go as far as to say, like, to be honest with you, it wasn't like they won. We didn't win. Like, we lost the game. Like, I felt like we were in control for most part of the game. And I'm not scared of no damn Commanders, and I'm mad that they out here talking heavy like they really are big dogs like that. I don't like that shit, man. I don't like it at all. So week 1 is definitely circled, man, on my calendar. Not only because it's the first game of the season, but I love the fact that we kicking this thing off in a divisional game, man. Pat, how you feel, man?
To start off the season, I love that we're kicking off with divisional games in the season, because if we can compete in those games, let's just say we start off the season 1-1 or 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
I think that should give you supreme confidence going into the season.
Mm-hmm. So, Rendrick, I see you.
What's going on, Rainey? If we beat the Commanders and Cowboys, that means we know we can beat them. And the only team that made punishers is the Eagles. And let's just say if our defense is legit, I think we got a hell of a chance to beat the Eagles.
Yeah.
Because if our defense is legit and we're shutting the Eagles down, let's say we shutting that run game down, they only got like 10 points at halftime. I'm quite sure our offense could at least have a touchdown in that first half. And we can win a 20-17 game against them. It's going to have to be ugly. We're not going to blow out those teams. We're going to have to win ugly this year, but I think we have the defense to do that.
I see you. Terendrick says, let's not be coy. The Commanders are so overrated. I feel you, man. He says, even though I don't want to win, I think we'll dominate the Commanders. Are you saying even though you don't want to win?
Like what are we tanking for? We already got the quarterback, so what are you tanking
you threw me
for?
off with that one. I don't know if that's a typo or what, but you definitely threw me off with that one. But yeah. I mean, week 2, and then it's another divisional game, like Pat was saying. Look, y'all could call it what you want, but I definitely believe, man, we could start this season off 2-0. I keep hearing Giant fans talk about, the Giants could very much start this season off 0-4, blah, blah, blah. Well, we could definitely start this season off 2-0, 3-1, and 4-0. Like, I don't get that type of mindset, man, especially at this time of the year, man. I just don't. I don't know. That's just not me, and I don't see it the way y'all see it. The Commanders and the Cowboys are two teams that I definitely think the Giants can beat, and convincingly beat at that, man.
This is the Giants' problem, man. Giants fans, not the Giants, but Giants fans. I want Arch Madden. Like, come on, bro.
Oh shit! I can't believe I'm reading this shit.
Yeah, this shit crazy. You already got your quarterback.
Yeah, nah. Terendrick, this just because of the type of time I'm on, we're gonna really have to talk about it. We're gonna really have to talk about it. See, this is the when I say this is the shit I be talking about. This is the shit I be talking about. This is the mindset right here, man. Terendrick, respectfully, and this is because this is the Giant Huddle, and I'm gonna talk to you like you are my teammate, man. I'm gonna talk to you like you my teammate. But this is some bullshit right here, man. This is some bullshit. Now you talking about Arch Manning, still at this point? Come on, man. This this is crazy. This is crazy.
What do you mean? Jackson Dart is a dual threat quarterback.
No.
He's actually faster than Arch.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know where your thinking process goes when it comes to that, man. If you're thinking about Arch Manning right now, you clearly
it's ridiculous.
Yeah. You're far gone, man. You're far gone, man. And that's another thing, man, that I need Giant fans to stop with the shit, man. We haven't even seen a snap yet. And all of y'all are already just ready to tank. Y'all are ready to bow down, and y'all ready to get in and out of the season. Like, I don't know, man. That's just some shit I can never get with, man. I'm not on that type of time. But anyway, Commanders, Cowboys, I love it. Back to back, I mean, it really puts us in a situation where, like Pat kind of said, man, this could either make or break us, man, right here. Let's get it off the table early. Now, this is what is important, man, about starting off hot in the first 2 games of the season. Is that when we played the Vikings, man, one thing that I seen was that we were super unprepared. We were outcoached. We were outplayed the whole 9. That cannot happen.
Mm-hmm.
That cannot happen this year. Absolutely not. Now, I hope, it is in my prayers that Coach Dable and staff also understand that. They also know that, and that they are well prepared, man, going into these first 2 games. Then we have the Chiefs, which I'm going to be real with y'all. I wouldn't want the Chiefs in any other way. I mean, let's be honest. You have Chiefs Sunday Night Football, primetime, and it's your first home game of the season. You're not going to get a bigger boost than that, man. You're just not. And so either you're going to have it or you're not. But you have 2 games under your belt already, and now you're going against the Chiefs. What does the Chiefs' offensive line look like? And what is Pat Mahomes going to look like when dogs is attacking? You know, we've seen games. Exactly. We've seen games like that when things when things couldn't click for Pat Mahomes when dogs get after it. So everybody I know that you hear the name Chiefs and you automatically get into panic mode. But again, I just do not see it the same way that a lot of y'all see it. And call it what you want, man. Call it what you want. But
I think we can beat them.
I think very much so. I really do. Man. Ghost says, and yo, this run game is going to be serious, man. I get the defense is one thing, but there should be no reason our run game can't be getting busy for us. Man, fuck flex bomb, man. Fuck flex bomb for Ghost, man. I agree with you, man. And that's something else that I feel like people are not really understanding about this Giant team is that they not really getting that 1-2, 1-2-3 punch aspect of this offense. They not really registering it. And when they do register, it's going to be well into the season. You know what I mean? So I'm glad you mentioned that, Ghost, because that is definitely something that we have in our bag. Unpopular Opinion Sports says people are going to find out what type of coach Dable is. If the talent is close, do you guys think Dable can outcoach the coaches on this schedule? Giants always start slow.
That is a fact.
Now, great question, because I think this is the biggest question mark when it comes to this team. I'm going to be real with you. This right here is the biggest question, which is Coach Dable to me. Coach Dable is my biggest question mark right now. And I do know and understand what everybody is saying Coach Dable is, but I know what I see as well. And y'all not going to keep telling me that Coach Dable is this quarterback guru, this offensive whisperer, and all of these different things, and there's nothing to damn near show for it. I'm tired of hearing that Josh Allen shit. That's gotten old to me. So if he is that, I want it. It's got to be shown this year. Like, it's got to be shown. He's going to have to prove that to me this year. If he is that. If he is that guy that everyone say he is. Now, on the other side to it, when it comes to Coach Dable, I am more interested in seeing what Coach Dable looks like as the head coach. And when I say the head coach, we're removing the playbook from the hands of Coach Dable, the offensive playbook from Coach Dable. I want to see him back in that role. Him as the motivator. Him playing more of that, that Dan Campbell role for this team. He does a good job at sparking this team up, and he does a good job at really the players play for him. They play for him. They rock with him. So he does a good job in those aspects. So I want to see if he could put it all together. I've said all of my things about Coach Dable, man. I've been a critic. I've said all I could say when it comes to that. But see, now it's that point of the time where, all right, well, it's time to hop in the car now. It's time to put up or shut up. It is what it's going to be. So I'm glad that you asked this question, because this is the truth. And as far as him being able to outcoach the others and us starting slow, well, again, that goes back to my point with Coach Dable going back to his head coaching role. In 2022, we seen that side of him. We've seen Coach Dable really win games that people did not see us winning. And I would agree to the fact that, yes, maybe we did start off a little slow in that Tennessee Titan game that year. But I think we all can agree we picked it up a lot quicker than we have done in quite some time. So, again, this is it for me, man. This is the test right here. This is the year. There ain't nothing else that we could add, to this roster for Coach Dable to take the shine off of him. So, I mean, hey, it's gonna be what it's gonna be now. Let me see. Let me try to catch up real quick. Jay Ferries, man, giant salute to Jay Ferries. He says, damn, this guy has a great voice. Hey, man, we talking, man. Look, real quick, do not forget to like the stream. Keep the comments going, man. This is not just me talking. This is an engagement thing, man. I'm chopping it up with y'all, man. I want to get the true, the conversations going, man. I want to get y'all opinions. Even if it's as crazy as my man Rainey in the chat. Even if it's as crazy as that, man. This is what it's here for, man. So do that. And then most importantly, man, if you are new to this channel, make sure that you subscribe, and subscribe again, man. Funk Flex Ball, for sure. All right, man. Where we at? Let me try to catch up here. My man Andre says, hey, what up, TP and Pat? I can see 7 to 8 wins. Vamos, Big Blue. All right, 7 to 8 wins. Okay, we could squeeze 10 to 11 out of that then. Yeah, man.
Shout out to Andre, man.
Yeah, man. Pop says, yeah, man. Again, man, make sure y'all smash that like button for sure. So, yeah, down to week 4, man. Then you have the Chargers, where the Chargers, I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to act like, the Chargers is somebody that you can just overlook and act like that is just a team where it's just going to be cake and ice cream or anything like that. But again, definitely a beatable team, man. Definitely a beatable team. And based on how we start, I mean, I'm telling you, man, a lot is based off of, especially Pat said it, these first 2 games. Look, these teams that people were saying is an automatic L and all of that. Okay, let us start off 2-0 or something, or 3-0 or something like that. I guarantee shit is gonna go a lot different, man, than what everybody think, man, for sure. Shout out to Keystone Cowboy is in the building, man. Funk Flex Bomb for Keystone Cowboy, man. This is actually a Dallas Cowboy, man, content creator, and he is new to the YouTube space, man. And he is going to be somebody that is going to join the NFC East Soldier streams, man, that we are doing, man. I can't wait for that.
Hit that subscribe button for us, Keystone Aboriginal Sports Network, and holla at me when you get a chance.
Yeah, man, and we definitely gonna get into some real conversations, man. But shout out to Keystone for real, man. I see his work on Twitter and X, man. So yeah, shout out to him. We gonna talk, man. We gonna talk for sure.
Yeah, definitely hit us up on Twitter, man.
Jay Ferry says, yes, the tiebreaker is one guy's name is an emoji. All right, so you got the Saints. And look, I know as a Giant fan, you're really not qualified to sit here and act like anybody is going to be easy work. But damn it, I'm going here, man. I'm going here. If there's anybody on this schedule that I feel like should be a guaranteed win,
oh, it's the Saints for sure.
It's the Saints, man. It's the Saints
playing against Tyler Shutt.
Come on, man. Come on, man. I mean, either one of those quarterbacks, man. We better win this one. I'm telling you, we better win this one. And so then, Thursday night football, you got the Philadelphia Eagles, and listen, just like how I say with the Commanders, how we have their number. The Eagles, we're going to have to show and prove. We're going to have to show and prove.
Yeah.
Because anytime we play the Eagles, we just haven't we haven't stacked up against them at all. So I'm not gonna be too silly and come up here and act like, oh, we just gonna beat the Eagles. Now, granted, there's not a team up here that I want more than the Eagles. I'm gonna keep it real with you. That's just me
because
personally.
That's the bar. We're gonna see what type of team we are when we play the Eagles. To be honest with you,
that's a fact.
Go ahead, TP.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact, and I'm glad you said that because that's the truth, man. Like if we have a good start and everybody's feeling good, these first 5 games, and then you go into Philly, that's the bar. I mean, that's the bar, man. Whether we like it or not, that's the bar. So, I mean, that's a big game in itself, man. That's a big game in itself. So, again, then you have the Broncos. And then right after the Broncos, you have Philly again, which is wild. And that is right there. That is the meat and potatoes of this schedule right there, man. That 3-game stretch right there. Eagles, Broncos, Eagles. That's tough money. And I think that is also why you could go ahead and crown this as the hardest schedule in the NFL. Because that's bananas right there. So I think if you come out with a win, 2 wins, you are definitely where you want to be, man, in that whole grand scheme of things. So that is going to be the part of the schedule that you definitely gonna keep your eyes on, man, for sure.
Weeks 6, 7, and 8. That might be the most tumultuous part of our season. We could come out of there with at least one win.
Mm-hmm.
We can be good. We start off good. Let's say we start the first 5 weeks 3-2. If we could come out of those 3 weeks right there with at least one win, and we'll be 4-4, we'll have a good season.
Yeah,
because we'll be battle tested and we know what to do. And those Eagles games don't get blew out because that's going to destroy your confidence. If we lose, we can lose 23-17, you know what I'm saying? Something like that where we got a chance to win at the end of the game, or 2023 or something like that. Show that we can compete with those boys.
Right.
If we do that, we'll be okay. I'm not expecting us to beat the Eagles twice or anything. I'm actually expecting us to get swept. I'm going to be honest with you. Because the Eagles are just a good team and they've had our number.
Yeah.
But don't get your ass beat the way we've been getting our ass beat. You know what I'm saying? You change that, you change the outlook of this team. And if we could beat the Broncos, let's say we go 2-1 in that stretch, you can start thinking playoffs.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah. No, I mean, that's a fact because, I mean, like I said, in all actuality, you know, certain shit is about showing. I mean, everything is about showing and proving, man. Everything is about showing and proving. So especially with this Eagles, man, Eagles team. I mean, we just got to show and prove. You could sit here and talk in front of a microphone all day and night. And, you know, you could sound as good as you want to look. But we know how we looked versus the Eagles. So, I mean, we're going to have to show and prove, man.
We look like we don't belong on the same field as them.
Exactly. So, yeah, once you get out of that volcano right there, man. Then you got the 49ers, which the 49ers aren't the big bad 49ers. I mean, they're not a team that I look at as oh so scary. And so yeah, that's another thing. That's another capable win. And I'm trying to choose my words carefully here because I'm not going to try to get too cocky with it. But look, I'm just going to call it like I see it. These are capable wins, man. So again, everybody acting like this shit is dead and we ain't even seen a snap yet. I'm just not with that, and I'm letting it be known, man.
The injuries happen, I know. You know, you might get an injury or something. You never know.
Come on,
you know what I'm saying? What if Barkley gets hurt?
Yeah.
What's going on, Iman?
Iman, man, giant salute to Iman. I see you.
3-5-4-5.
And then
I gotta get one of those machines, man. That's dope.
Yeah, man. And the Bears. This might be the game, Pat, that I go to right here, man. This might be the game that I go to. Y'all know I'm stationed. I live in Michigan, so Chicago.
I think I'm going to that Dallas game. Is the first game in Dallas or is the second game in Dallas?
The first game is in Dallas.
I might go to that game.
Dallas. Yeah. So So the Packers the Bears is away. Then the Packers is back at home. This is around that November time, so this is when you are well into the identity of who you are, and this is where also I think the schedule does get a little interesting here because you have the Packers and then you have the Lions. Two good football teams. And so again, even if you could come out with a win with one of these two teams, man, like it looks good. All right, let me. All right, here we go. Because y'all catching me on the right type of tone. Salute, TP. Is your ego gonna finally let you admit you were wrong about DJ? You gotta hold that L. Says solving the race problem. Man, this couldn't have come at a perfect time because I'm just in one of those moods today, man. I'm just in one of those moods. Matter of fact, I just want to do this, man, so you could really, look me in my eyes, man, and we could really have this conversation. Solving the race problem. You said this before when I was on the stream with Big Dash, man, and you said this before, and you said something along the lines of you can't listen to anything I'm saying or some shit like that because I was caping for DJ or something like that or whatever, blah, blah, blah. So let's talk about it. I could lead you like to the water, but I can't make you drink, man. And the thing what you got to understand is comprehension is something that everybody doesn't have. So you're going to miss on a lot of things that I will kick it to you if your comprehension isn't there. Now, what I love about this YouTube shit, right, is that you can always go back and you could listen to every single thing that I've said in the past. You could go look at every stream. You could go look at every video. When it comes to Daniel Jones, you have never heard me say that Daniel Jones was this elite quarterback. You never heard me say that Daniel Jones was like an all-time great or anything along those lines. You did hear me say that I believed that Daniel Jones could have got the job done. You've heard me say that I believe that Daniel Jones was good enough for us to be better than a 3-win team. You did hear me cape for my quarterback. Those are the things that you heard. So understand this. A lot of the downfall that happened last season, and I don't care where you get your takes from, I'm going to give it to you real. A lot of the takes that you heard from last season was pure Daniel Jones hate, and it was nothing outside of that. And that's why Coach Dable gets another shot at this shit, because of people like you. And in all reality, and it was funny, it's because it's coming full circle, and we was just talking about this, but in all reality, our beloved Coach Dable had a lot to do with why the fact that we only won 3 fucking games last season. But nobody sees it that way, and nobody even cares to even think it that way, because y'all enjoy being on Daniel Jones' piece so much that you don't even see anything outside of that.
Fact.
Now, granted, Daniel Jones, I'm not saying that Daniel Jones looked awesome. But what I do know is there has been a couple of games where Daniel Jones has looked either decent to good. And at times, really good. And you can't blame the losses on some of these games on Daniel Jones. Do it with somebody who has watched the games and has watched the film. See, y'all say all of this cute, dumb shit on Twitter, and y'all just got a bunch of meat riders that just come on and just agree with everything you're saying because it's trendy and it just sounds cool, and everybody's saying it and everybody just follows suit. But you can't do that with somebody who watches the shit.
That's a fact.
So talk to me about the Washington game. You gonna say Washington game was Daniel Jones' fault? Talk to me about the Seattle game. The Seattle game was Daniel Jones? Talk to me about the other Washington game. Was it Daniel Jones?
Talk about the first Dallas game.
Talk about the first Dallas game. Was it all Daniel Jones? See, but I sound crazy because it sounds like I'm defending Daniel Jones more than I really am, and that's when the comprehension aspect comes into it. Again, I'm not sitting here saying like Daniel Jones is the all great, but the truth of the matter is there was a lot of holes in this Giants football team, and not everyone was held accountable. I didn't see y'all in the chats talking about the drops that these receivers had. I didn't see y'all in this chat talking about these offensive play schemes and play designs that Coach Dable threw out there that was looking elementary as shit. I didn't see y'all talking about Coach Dable coaching like he was out there scared as shit. Like he wasn't aggressive, like he didn't want to win. So if you really want to have that conversation, we could have it. But I'm not one of these guys that you could just say some dumb shit with on Twitter/X, and I'm just going to run with it because that's what everybody else is saying. Because I'm one of those guys that understands that all of these people that be up under these comments and saying all this outlandish shit don't even fucking watch the squad. and more than half of them stopped watching once enough L's stacked up on a record. So that is that on that. That is that on that. Back to regular scheduled program.
Yeah, they just talk out the side of their cheeks, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody act like just because you said Daniel Jones wasn't the worst quarterback in the league, you saying that he's elite or something. Nobody said that. All I ever said is I wanted to see what he could do with the offensive line and the receiver, and I saw it. And he wasn't good enough. That's why he was released.
It was it.
That's it.
It was
why
it.
Why are you even still talking about Daniel Jones? Why?
I'm glad you said that.
That's the only thing that makes some of you dudes relevant. I told y'all owe Daniel Jones a check.
Yeah.
I swear y'all do.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that makes some of you dudes relevant, bro. You still talking about Daniel Jones? We got Jameis Winston, Russell Wilson, and Jackson Dart. Like, stop it.
And
no longer here.
And Rainey, everybody didn't lead the league in drops.
Sure didn't.
Everybody didn't. So again, and look, this is some typical shit. This is some typical shit right here. I seen a flea flicker where DJ was scared to let it go. Yeah, y'all are calling out the plays that everybody talks about. Yeah, we seen it, and we talked about it. But again, y'all call out the shit. Everything was under a microscope on what Daniel Jones did. Every bad decision that Daniel Jones made, of course, it was going to be clipped and it was going to be resurfaced because the joke was about how ass Daniel Jones was. Of course. Of course. But you don't watch no film to know what was what. I ain't see y'all retaping the good shit.
That's a fact.
But again, like Pat says, it was hilarious to me is that it's so corny at this point.
Take accountability for being wrong. We all said that.
We said
I just said it 2 minutes ago.
We said it. What more do you want? But the problem is this: y'all are still talking about Daniel Jones. Y'all still talking about Daniel Jones. I'm gonna be 1,000 with you. I have not thought about Daniel Jones in a minute. In a minute, my plate is so full with other shit. Why would I be thinking about Daniel Jones?
That's crazy.
Come on.
I ain't even thought about him.
We got 3 new quarterbacks. 3. Daniel Jones has been off the squad for quite some time. And you want me to keep, come on, man. And look, respectfully, but I want y'all to pay attention on what's going on in this chat. This is coming from dudes that is talking about tanking before they even seen a snap. They want to tank for Arch Manning. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Y'all want to tank for Arch Manning, and then we got another dude who's sitting here talking about.
I think that's Roach Dave solving a race problem. I think that's Roach Dave, to be honest with you. Shout out to somebody new I seen. I think it was Danny R.
Yeah, man, my guy R. Danny, man. Shout out to Danny.
Bro.
Yes, man. Yeah. Shout out to the Knicks. My fault, man. Yeah, they took me there, man. They took me there.
Yeah,
my fault.
It's ignorant, man. Like, the dude is gone, bro. Like, what do you want from guys like us, bro? Y'all don't go nowhere else and attack dude. Oh, say you was wrong. Like we said, I wanted to see what Daniel Jones was with an offensive line and a receiver, and I saw it, and he's gone.
I did it years ago, man.
He wasn't good enough.
I did exactly, bro. I did it years ago when he was released from the squad. I said it. But I'm not gonna get on every stream and be like, hey man, again, don't forget, let me remind y'all I was wrong again about Daniel Jones. Come on, man. What the fuck are we talking about?
I'm gonna start off every stream I do about the Giants this season.
What are we
gonna start off? I was wrong about Daniel Jones. That's how I'm gonna start off every season. Yeah, we supposed to beg for their forgiveness. Yeah,
nah, man, I didn't bring up Daniel Jones, man. I actually brought up the comment, man. Solving the race problem brought him up.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And that's the only thing that makes that person relevant.
But anyway.
Who's giving them excuses, bro?
But see, Pat, that's what I said. Comprehension, man.
Yeah.
Comprehension. That's exactly why I started it off saying what I said.
It's
Comprehension.
Like if he's the worst quarterback you ever seen, you caping for Daniel Jones. No, that's far from the truth. He wasn't good enough, and that's why he was not on the team. But let's not there was other factors that dealt into that. It was.
And that's but see this right here, man, and this is what y'all be wanting. This is what y'all be wanting right here. Y'all say
I'll tell you this too, TP. They better hope Daniel Jones don't do nothing with the Colts, or they really gonna feel stupid.
That's
like
a
every
fact.
other Giants player that leaves the Giants and they go out and have a good season or something. You go over there and do something with the Colts. I want you to come on here and apologize every time I go on stream and say you was wrong about Daniel Jones.
Oh man, I'm telling you now, if he looks good in Indy,
I'm gonna lie.
Solving the race problem, you're gonna be on a thumbnail, and we're gonna make a whole video. We're gonna make a whole video talking about you, man. We're gonna do a whole video talking about you. But yeah. Anyway, let's get back to it. I had to handle that, man, because that's not the first time that this dude been saying that. I'm on that type of time today. Yo, the Knicks, Funk Flex Mom to the New York Knicks, man, doing their thing, man. I'm glad y'all finished y'all food. You know what I mean? I wasn't nervous, not one bit. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody says.
That was coming.
So shout out to the Knicks, man, for doing their thing and advancing, man, advancing. What was I forgot where I even left off at. Tig, not right now, man. I forgot where I left off at, but I remember the last thing I do remember saying was how the Packers and Lions. Then you have. Hold on, give me 1 second, y'all. Let me close this door real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, get it in. But the Packers and Lions, man, hey, listen. Oh no, the truth is not annoying. It's annoying is when you keep packing on something that you know there were more factors than just that player. You talking like if Daniel Jones wasn't on the team, we would have been like a playoff team. No, play calling had to go on effect is a factor. Our run game not being effective towards the end of the season was a factor. Our offensive line was an absolute factor when Andrew Thomas went down. Because let's not act like Daniel Jones' stats weren't decent in the beginning of the season. Keep it a buck. Ain't nobody gonna admit that shit.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? So let's keep it a buck, bro. Is Daniel Jones a very good quarterback? No. You still don't know what the hell Daniel Jones really is, to be honest.
And yo, Pat, for be real, I gave him enough. Tom, we not even gonna keep going on to that because
you talk about the Packers and Lions, man.
Yeah, that's a fact. So the Patriots Monday Night Football, right before the bye week. Again, this is another team that I very much think that we could go ahead and count as a win, man. But of course, we got to put in the work. I mean, we got to just go and do. And then you go into the bye week. Now, this is like a steep bye week here, man. Like, we played a lot of football before we get into this bye week.
Yeah, that's crazy. 14 weeks before the bye week, that's absolutely insane. But I will say this, it helps out a lot if we do make it to the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
That helps out a lot because now that they got a little rest, they have to go 10 games into the playoffs.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. And then you look at the last 4 games of the season. You got 2 divisional games, week 15, Commanders, and then you end the season off with the Cowboys. And that if you're still in the race of things, man, I will say that's just must-watch TV right there. I mean, that's going to be an exciting time. If you're still, in the conversation. And that's when, you separate the men for the boys for the most part. Like, pretty much, the playoffs will start there. You know what I mean? If you're still in the conversation at this point, you could pretty much say playoffs start at week 15. You have the Vikings week 16. The Vikings made some good moves this offseason. That's going to be something interesting. I'm gonna be I got some Viking content creator friends, man, that is gonna be lit that week, man. We've been chopping it up for a lot, in the off season. Y'all seen what we did last season, so that's gonna be a exciting time right there. The Raiders again, not worried, not one
At
bit.
all.
And then so anyway, all in all, I say that to say, man, I understand that this schedule is a difficult one. I'm not trying to minimize that, but I'm also saying that we can win a lot of these games that people saying that we're gonna lose. We could definitely win. We could definitely win, and I think man, we gonna have a good year, man. I mean, I didn't get hype about these off-season pickups for no reason, man. For no reason. So if we are not that again, I'll just have to see that. But as it stands, as of right now, as it stands, as in May, look, I'm in the car, I'm hyped, and I'm ready to see, man, what we look like actually off of paper and on the field.
I'm ready. I'm excited to see this defense this year.
Yeah.
I still think the offense is going to struggle, but I think we have a defense that's strong enough to where we can win some ugly games against some good teams.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I think we have an offense that if we are in those positions that our offense were in last year, can capitalize.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Panthers game, we should have won that game if the offense was half decent that game. You know, the Bengals game, we should have won that game if our offense was half decent.
Mm-hmm.
Both Commanders games, hell, the Dallas game, you know what I'm saying? If the offense was decent, we could have won about 6 more games. I'll just be honest with you. So I'm ready to see what this defense can do. And can Dabo at least make this offense look half decent? And shout out to all the new people I'm seeing balling on another level. Man. Hit that like and subscribe button for us right here on the Aboriginal Sports Network.
Yep.
Going to be bringing you mad content. And I'm just proud to see what people are saying. They say we got a star in our hands in TP on the Aboriginal Sports Network. So I'm glad to hear things and see things like that, man. But
hey, Pat, we got a couple people backstage, man. I'm gonna add them on, see what they want to say real quick. Let's see. Let me see. Roach Dave. I don't know who that is, but let's see. Roach Dave, what up?
Yo. This solving the race problem in the chat. My buddy always calling me Roach Dave, so I was like, man, I think my name.
yeah.
Big dog right there always saying I'm Roach Dave. I'm like, I don't even know who that is, but I just made it Roach Dave.
Your take sounds just like a dude that calls himself Coach Dave. We call him Roach Dave.
I thought you were saying Roach Dave.
No, that's what we call him, Roach Dave. Because he calls his name is Coach Dave, but we call him Roach Dave. You sound just like him every time you come up here.
Oh no, but I don't even know who that is. But you know what I'm saying? Salute to both of y'all brothers, man. It's all love. Man. We all fans at the end of the day.
That's a fact.
But what I had said was because you had your DJ takes, right? Not to go back into that. I mean, y'all closed that out.
No, right. We could talk about it because you up here, and now we can have a conversation. So I like this. Yeah, I like this.
Face to face or whatever, screen to screen, we can talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
So I mean, we gonna have takes. We fans, right? So I'm just at some point we got to be able to say, you know what, I was wrong about that take. And whole time while you were saying the whole time I'm saying, look, DJ ain't it. But hearing your side now, you saying, look, I'm riding for the quarterback on my team. I ain't gonna throw him under the bus. I get it. But all I was saying was if we had average quarterback play, we could have won 5-6 more games, like y'all saying. And DJ was below average. And again, not to dump on him, and it wasn't all him, because like you saying, the play calling with Dable was awful. For somebody who's supposed to be this quarterback whisperer, somebody who's supposed to be this offensive guru, the offense have been bottom 5 in the league consistently. So it's everything in play, but the quarterback playing the most important position and not getting it done, that's definitely going to add in. And I just wanted to see if you was going to be humble enough to, you know what, my DJ takes was wrong. You know what I'm saying? I can move on. We got a better quarterback room now, so we shouldn't be no problem. Should be no excuses. But you know what I'm saying? We're just going to handle you your L, man. That's all that was. Making sure your L.
So this is the thing, and I love the fact that you doing this, because I actually welcome this type of shit. Like because I was on the DJ train. I was standing behind my quarterback. I was saying, if I was wrong, come holler at me about it. I said that. But the thing is, I've had streams and I had videos that I put out there where I went out and said, all right, it didn't happen the way I wanted it to happen, and I was wrong. Because I was the one saying that I believed before the season even started that this was going to be the year that DJ was going to show and prove. I went out on a ledge and said that. And so, of course, when it all crumbled, I took the L. I had my streams where I said, no, it didn't happen. No, this didn't look good. No, this wasn't it. But on the other side to it, to your DJ playing below average point, I can't sit here and put a number to the games that we could have won. But I'm looking at a lot of these games that I do feel like we could have and should have won that was not necessarily all on the hands of DJ. For example, I brought up the Washington game, right? To me, DJ wasn't top 5 of the issues in that game. We didn't have a kicker.
Yeah, you could blame special teams on that.
Our defense couldn't stop anything that game. It wasn't, special teams didn't look good at all. They actually took one back to the crib that game, but I if my memory serves correct, I think they didn't even count it off of like some
was a
block
hold
in the back or something like that. Yeah, it was, whatever.
They took it to the crib first play of the game. Yeah,
and most importantly, Malik Neighbors drops a clutch or could have been a catch to seal the game.
Yeah,
that was right in his hands.
Yeah,
and so it may sound like I'm just defending DJ, but it's my truth in it. I seen it as, listen, I'm not sitting here saying he played perfect, but he damn sure played good enough to win. You had your Seattle game where we did take that win and we almost lost it. But I do feel like he played good enough for us to win. But what happened even in that game? Didn't we fumble on a 1-yard line?
And got to return to the house.
It got returned to the crib.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But let's think of games like Dallas, right? That was a winnable game, but the offense just couldn't do anything. The Cincinnati game, defense played lights out against Joe.
Lights out.
Yes, you're right about that one. Yeah.
Hell of a year. I never, if any defense was going to shut him down, I damn sure wasn't thinking it was going to be the Giants, but lights out against that game, off couldn't do nothing. So I'm saying games like that. I'm not putting a Washington game on him and, games like that, but I'm saying even if we had a Russ, who's I would say is an average quarterback at best, having Russ in there, you can give us at least pencil in 3-4 more wins, probably 5 if we're lucky.
Yeah,
right.
that's
all I was saying.
That's all I was saying.
Yeah, that's it.
He was not good enough. I don't know what I have to say to some of these people. Like, he was not good enough. That's me admitting my quote unquote wrong. I said I wanted to see what he was with a decent offensive line, which he had in the beginning of the season, and a weapon. And he wasn't putting up big numbers. He was putting up decent numbers, to be honest with you, because he was like top 10 in a couple categories, to be honest with you. But it wasn't good enough. He can't overcome what was there.
Right.
And they let him go. He's done. He's gone. You know what I'm saying? You got, and that's, I mean, what would you want somebody like me at TP to say? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're supposed to just get on here and cry and say, "Oh my God, I was so wrong about."
The only thing I would say,
saying?
if we look at it from the standpoint of good quarterbacks, we don't usually say these type of things about. Meaning, we don't say for good quarterbacks, "Oh damn, maybe he just need an O-line and he'll be better. Maybe he just need another good receiver and he'll be better." The good quarterbacks, we don't even have them conversations. So I think it's
okay. So let me say this to you. They didn't say that about Lamar Jackson if he needed some weapons.
But I mean, that was already established. He was an MVP candidate.
Hold
on. He was an MVP candidate before any of them.
Did they not still say that? Because what you just said, you said they don't have conversations about that like good quarterbacks.
But here's
they didn't say that about Josh Allen.
Here's the difference. Josh Allen didn't really have nobody last year, but and still won MVP. But what I'm saying is,
I'm talking about the beginning of his career.
Yeah, but those conversations are: do Josh Allen need another piece to win a Super Bowl, to compete for a Super Bowl? DJ's not there
No,
yet.
I'm talking about in the beginning of his career, sir. They were saying that he wasn't nothing until they got him some weapons.
All that talk ended pretty quick. But once it was established that we're talking about to get somebody to even be considered average or good, we're not even having no conversation about can DJ lead a deep playoff run. Those conversations would be laughable. Those are the type of conversations you would have about Lamar and Josh Allen. Like, do they need another weapon to get them over the top? We talking about giving him all this stuff for him to just be good.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Let's. I'm just throwing some pushback. I'm just throwing some pushback. I'm just to throw out pushback, right? Let's say if we're doing a comparison game, who would you compare the offensive weapons to that the Giants had versus any other team? And let's just start at the receiver position. You have Darius Slayton for the most part is your number one wide receiver. Isaiah Hodgins, Wan'Dale Robinson.
Always hurt.
You know,
so Richie James, CJ Board, all those guys are not even in the league.
You say the 2022 year?
Let's say what year you want to use.
Well, I'll put it this way. Like, let's say a Derek Carr, for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that I think that he might be a little bit better than DJ, but comparatively, they really not working with a lot. But if we put Derek Carr in them games, do you think that he would have lost that Cincinnati game? Do you think he would have lost that Alex game? And again, I don't
because
know.
that Cincinnati game, that wasn't all on DJ either. I'm telling you, the play calling was ass on purpose.
Oh, absolutely. Look, Brian Daboll not exempt from none of this.
You don't think if Brian Daboll was calling better plays last year, DJ would have had better numbers?
Well, then let's think of it this way too, right? Defenses play disrespectful defenses against DJ. Like they
played the same defense when any other quarterback was in there because of the play style.
No, they don't. They run laughable defenses against DJ because he don't.
Okay, so what defenses were teams running last year against DJ?
Oh, against DJ.
Let's go into it. What defenses were they running against DJ last year?
Middle of the field close, one safety high. You definitely don't need to go two safeties high because he's not going to play that side. They rarely play the field and they come down to squat on everything. They don't want to
know why they did that, sir?
Because they don't.
It's because they knew where the ball was going already. Good defenses can play any type of defense against you if they're good. The Vikings hold on.
They don't play Mahomes like that. No, they don't.
Hold on. What? You have to play Mahomes like that sometimes. You know, Mahomes throws the ball behind the line of scrimmage more than any quarterback in the league.
A lot of good quarterbacks are Joe Burrow or Justin Herbert. Most of the time you're going to see.
Listen.
Most of the time. They're going to be running quarters. They're going to run two safety high. 90% of the time.
Listen to me, bro. You run your defense according to the talent that you have on your team. Why you think the Vikings? Let me finish real quick because you keep cutting me off.
Okay.
The Minnesota Vikings, that defense that they ran over there was one safety high against anybody. You want to know why? Because they were coached very well and they know how to get to the positions where they need to be in order to cut off anything that you throw at them. They ran a lot of cover 6 last year, and I guarantee you can't tell me what a cover 6 is. It depends on the talent of your defense. And it depends on what the damn offense is being called. You want to know why people were able to just stop the Giants last year anytime they wanted to? Because of the play calling that was happening. Wan'Dale Robinson got 144 targets. Do you understand how easy that is to guard with a 5'8" receiver keep catching the ball 3 yards past the line of scrimmage? Every defense that played us, it didn't matter what defense it was, they all choked up because they knew where it was going.
Right.
When you have no run game to back that up, it's even worse. And when you have a head coach that does not want the quarterback that's in there and calling those plays like that on purpose, I promise you, every time they open up that playbook, Daniel Jones made a couple of plays here and there. Was he great? No. But when they opened up that playbook against Seattle, he threw that ball deep, didn't he? And Slayton made catch. They won without neighbors. Keep it a buck. Every time they open up that playbook, man, when Daniel Jones threw that ball deep, he got it deep. Was he great at it? No, because his anticipation is ass. And that's why they didn't want him there, because his anticipation was absolute ass and he was shell shocked from getting hit too much. You want to know another reason why we were getting our ass beat last year? Because when Andrew Thomas went down, the line went right back to what it was the year prior. So now when you're getting major pressure with 3 damn defensive linemen at times, what you gonna do? When you got 8 people in coverage and you get in there like a blitz with 3 people, or 7 people in coverage, you get in there like a blitz with 4 people. Of course you're gonna get your ass beat.
Now we getting into the little bit of the nuance of it, and I know this is a football channel, so people like it. But let's be fair, right? Most quarterbacks who can throw with anticipation, which you already mentioned, DJ has 0 of. But if you're getting rid of the ball, you're going to help your O line out. And DJ, and let's call it let's call a spade a spade. DJ was bailing on good pockets at times too. It wasn't just like every pocket collapsed. He ain't have nothing there. He bails on good pockets sometimes. Especially that Seattle game when he threw the pick 6 to the Witherspoon. That was 2023.
That wasn't last year.
I know. I'm not saying, but I'm saying it was obvious that Seattle game that I think it was a Monday night game when we played them, when Leonard Williams was getting into it with what I might have been Josh Azeedle, but that game was obvious that he was just bailing on good pockets. So again, I'm not saying that every rep that he had out there, he had 4 or 5 seconds to throw. He bails on good pockets too. So, let's call a spade a spade. That he just not getting crushed and killed back there. He doesn't have any pocket awareness at all.
So let me advance the conversation in this way, because I love this. I love this. Again, look, giant salute to my man solving the race problem, man, because this is what this is about, man. And I'm glad you hit the link, man, because we can have these type of conversations here. And even if it's old news, I want to. If it's giant football, I want to talk about it. How do we feel about Coach Dable's hand in this whole thing? Because we're speaking about Daniel Jones, but if we want to catch up to now and where we are headed now, one of the common denominators is the fact that we still have a head coach in Coach Dable. And I think we all kind of agree that there was a lot for him to receive blame on when it comes to those treacherous years as well. So how do we feel about Coach Dable going into this season? Do we feel like, look, he has his quarterback, so we're going to see better production? Do you feel like there's a question mark next to his name, or are you completely still not sold on Coach Dable?
Big question mark next to his name. Had we moved on from him this offseason, I would have been completely fine with that. Right now is time to produce, right? Like, we can't make no more excuses from him. We know what you did with Josh Allen. You rode those coattails for about 4 years now. The success, if you want to call it offensive success, the first year, 2022, nobody really had no film on what the Giants were running. A lot of it was heavy on Saquon. Mm-hmm. And the other aspect that I did end up liking, that 2022 year, if you remember, when we got down in the red zone, the offense was so creative, man. They had
yes, man.
Damn, Liberty. They'd do a damn end around, pass it to Bellinger. He'd throw it, like, very creative offense down in the red zone.
A lot more aggressive.
100%. Now, I think a lot of that could have been to Mike Kafka calling plays. Another little side note.
That's a fact.
Now, when Dable was strictly play calling, it was very plain. It was very vanilla. It was very basic. You're running stuff that's not your identity. I don't want to see no damn tush push and y'all just getting laughed out the field because y'all don't even know how to do it right and people getting hurt. The offense was terrible. So so really now it's no excuse. You got a quarterback. Russ is more than capable. No, he's an average quarterback. He can make every throw. He's more than capable. So if the offense looks equally as bad this year, we got to have a serious conversation about, can Dable even get it done? Which I'm questioning. If he doesn't show it this year, I'm ready to say, you know what, let's get a new offensive mind in there and see how they do.
Hey, I respect it. Yeah, I respect it.
Now you speaking our language. That's real football talk.
Yeah.
Because if they go out there and look sorry again, and they look just as bad as they did with Daniel Jones in there, what is that saying? It might not just be all the quarterback. It might be the head coach and the scheme. I'm telling you,
Jefe, I see you.
What's going on, El Jefe? Scheme is everything when it comes to football, bro. That's more important than any quarterback that you can have on the field. Because if you don't have a good scheme, I don't care what quarterback you have on the field, he's gonna get crushed.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? People like Nico Collins, people didn't even know about Nico Collins until that new scheme came in there and really utilized his abilities. Take Brock Purdy out of that 49ers scheme.
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold. He went over there to the Vikings. He was like a brand new quarterback. They were talking about him just as bad as Daniel Jones, right?
Geno Smith.
Yeah. Geno Smith was a cast off. But he went over there to the Seahawks and they put a scheme out there for him. And guess what? He utilized his talents. The scheme is the most important part to your NFL team. What is your scheme? Same thing on defense. You have some defensive players that nowhere near the caliber of player that they are. But if they go to another scheme, look at Xavier McKinney, a defensive player of the year candidate, because they used him correctly. And that's why they gave him that money, because they knew how to use him. You got to know what you're doing with these players out here. I ain't trying to curse, but why the hell is Wan'Dale Robinson getting 144 targets? Please explain that to me. Does anything about Wan'Dale Robinson's bill say that he needs 144 targets? Explain
Why
that.
is he even on the field?
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That hurts your quarterback in general. No, this is not saying Daniel Jones is a good quarterback. I think he's average at best. But average can get you wins in this league. It can. Because if you take Brock Purdy, you put him over here with the Giants, I guarantee you won't have a $253 million contract or whatever much it is now. I bet you wouldn't be averaging $53 million a year. He would be out of the league. Mm-hmm. The scheme destroys players. Look at Kayvon Thibodeau. In Wink scheme, he had over 10 sacks. Now he had to learn a new scheme with Bowen, and he was ineffective. Now they got to reevaluate things. Why you think Abdul Carter's here?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Look at Dexter Lawrence when they was playing him at that end position instead of playing him at nose tackle. You put him at nose tackle, he's going to go to the Hall of Fame after he's done. But before then, people were talking about why would you give him his fifth-year option? Because he was being played out of place.
Yeah,
and there's so many more examples of that, bro.
Yo, man, I wanna close it with this, man, because we pushing up on an hour and some change. First of all, let me just give a funk flex bomb, man, to this conversation. First of all, because I love this, man. This was dope, and this is what the Giant Huddle is about, man. I love this.
Salute to both of y'all brothers, man. I appreciate you having me up and all that. Salute.
I appreciate you,
all
man.
that, man. Appreciate y'all listening, hearing me out. Yeah, but I ain't Roach Dave or Coach Dave. I'll just say, but
thank you for confirming that. Now I can't call you that anymore. I gotta call you
100%, man. I appreciate y'all brothers, man. Enjoy y'all night. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Nah, that was dope. That was dope, man. I like that right there, man. And that when I put the link in the chat, man, that is what it's for, man. For us to kick it, for us to talk. The Giant Huddle is for that, man. For us Giant soldiers, man, to just huddle up and we get to talk about whatever, man. Whatever. So I like that right there, man. And it's all love at the end of the day too, man. We're gonna get into these last two guys. Again, we pushing up on an hour and some change. And then we're going to get up out of here, man. Let's do this like this, man. Fellas, what's up?
What's going on, fellas?
Go New York, go New York, go.
Hey. Yes, sir.
Takes his ass and roadkill. Roadkill. TP, drop another flame on it. Drop another
Come on, man. Funk Flex Bomb. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, man. What's up, fellas? How we feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, man. Honestly, I love it when the media writes this out because when you're the underdog, all the pressure's off you. All you got to do is perform. You gotta
Exactly.
punch people. You gotta punch people in their mouth and prove them wrong.
Exactly. And that's the New York way of things too, because I mean, to kind of correlate the two, I mean, think of the New York Knicks. I mean, we was definitely not supposed to beat Boston. Definitely not supposed to beat Boston. And then, matter of fact, to start the series off, going to Boston and taking 2 games away from there. What? Who? Yeah, like I mean, that's just the New York way, and I love it, man. So I want that to translate.
At that time too, so you can't say, "Oh,
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I'll
So
say this: if the Knicks win the chip, that's definitely gonna bring the energy to the Giants.
come on, man, and I just that's all I really want, man. Is I wanna be the team, because right now it's a lot of disrespect going on, man, and
Hella
I don't know about y'all, but it pisses me off, man.
It does.
It pisses me off. Like, they have NFC East conversations, and the Giants are not even included of them. They only consider the Commanders, Eagles, and Dallas. They don't even talk about the Giants.
And let me put it like this as to why that's the case. The last decade or so, ever since Coughlin left, the coaching carousel's been crap. Ben McAdoo, good for 1 year, gone. Pat Shermer, gone after 2. Joe Judge, a skinflint coward who basically crippled the O-line, gone. Brian Dable, a tunnel-visioned half-wit who, instead of holding himself accountable to his own depravities, and I'm not much of a Jones apologist, but we all know that Dable basically cast him as the scapegoat when the real cancer has been right under our nose. It was never Jones, it was Dable.
Oh, man, tell it. Hold up. Okay, yo, Mess ain't playing tonight, man. Mess ain't playing tonight, man. He's letting me know how he feel. But
brother to the bottom left, what's your name? I think I've seen you on the.
I'm El Jefe.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Or you can just call me. Or you can just call me Jeff, man.
All right.
So look, I got one question, man. Before we call it a night, I got one question. Where do you see us right now? And this is just something. Of course, this is extremely early. This is just something to just throw out there. In this division, where do you honestly see the New York Football Giants finishing? That's part 1. And 2, how do you see this first game of the season going? El Jefe, go ahead.
All right, bad. So I'm confident because, first of all, we got the 4 C's in the first month. I see us going 3-1 in the first month. We're gonna beat the Commanders. Because first of all, like I said earlier, the only reason they beat us is because we ain't have a kicker. And now we got a solid quarterback and we got a kicker. We coming to get that get back. We spinning the block. Cowboys, it's over for them. I'm not gonna lie, the Chiefs is the Chiefs, but we're not gonna lose. We're not gonna lose like getting blown out. If we lose to the Chiefs, they gonna feel.
So you got us finishing where in the division?
Second. We're gonna be 4-2 in the div.
Who would a 4 win?
Oh, we're gonna split with the Eagles, split with the Commanders, and we're gonna sweep the Cowboys.
Okay.
All right, Mets, real quick, man. Talk to me. How do you see us finishing in this division?
In all honesty, 3-3.
I'm with you, Mets.
Okay.
Sweep Washington, split with Dallas, and unfortunately get swept by Philadelphia.
Okay. I respect it.
And as for how we go in the first 4, I don't have us going more than 2-2, at least in my head.
Okay. I respect it. All right. And Pat.
Where we finish, I guess, finish 3rd, because at any point, any position would be better than last year, because Gable knows he's under the gun. He's got to give the playback back to Kepka, or the fan base is going to load him with lead. They're going to shoot me, fill him with lead shots.
All right, man. Don't get me kicked off of YouTube.
Right.
But
it's a family-friendly show.
Right. Shout out to Mets, man. Always good to see you, brother. But yeah, that boy, wow. But yeah, I'm with Mets though. I see us finishing 3-3. I actually see us splitting with all three teams. I think our defense can get us one against Dallas. I think our defense could get us one against uh Philadelphia too. I truly believe, and the one we're gonna have to take advantage of is that I know it's gonna be tough, but that first Thursday night game, we're gonna have to take advantage of that of a short week. Hopefully we come in there strong, and we can. I, I think we can sneak one from the Eagles, man. Because if we stop their run game, that Eagles team is not as great when their run game is not working. Stop them from doing that tush push. Get them in third and longs. You can beat the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them play 4-down football. That's where they beat everybody. They're able to play all 4 downs at any time because their run game gets in on those 4th and inches or 3rd and 1. So 2 tush pushes, that's an automatic first down. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta stop them from getting to those short yardage situations. If you do that, you beat the Eagles. But I'm more concerned about the teams like the Broncos, the Lions, and people like Bears. How do we compete against those teams? Those are the measuring sticks. If we get beat by the Chiefs, we get beat by the Chiefs. But let's not get blew out this season. I don't want to see us get blew out more than once this season. I definitely don't want to get blew out by the Eagles because we get blew out by the Eagles, that means nothing's changed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I need this defense to be top 5 this year. Yeah, NYG, if you could get the link and come on, because I got TP and Mets here. I'm gonna show them something after the stream. It's only gonna be like 5 minutes, bro.
All right, so look, I'm gonna wrap it up here, man, because again, we pushing up an hour and some change, and I definitely gotta go. But look, giant salute to each and every person, man, that was tuned in. I'm gonna let y'all give y'all closing words real quick, and then we just gonna go ahead and wrap it up, man. So, Mets, man, I'll start it off with you, man.
All I'm saying is things are gonna get hectic this year, no matter how it plays out.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm with you, man. Peace, Mets, man. I'm gonna holler at you soon, man.
No, Mets. I need you to stay. I need you to stay, and I need TP to stay. Give me 2 minutes.
I'll see y'all backstage. Yeah, I'm gonna put them backstage. I'll see you backstage.
All right.
All right. And El Jefe.
My fault, my thing had tweaked out. But to end off, I'm gonna just say this, man. People want to laugh at us, but they don't understand. We got the hardest schedule in the season, so we gonna play to our comp. And when you play to your comp, that means you just play better. Because everybody want to have easy schedules, but then they don't realize if you're a good team and you got to play down to a team's level, you could lose that game. Because you want to play with your food. One thing the Giants don't do, we don't play with our food. So I'm gonna leave it at that. We eat.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. Look, shout out to El Jefe, man. Definitely got to get that flex bomb on that note, man. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for tuning in, man, and chopping it up with us. Giant salute, of course, man.
Call in more often, El Jefe. For sure. Call in more often.
Of course,
yes, sir, man. All right, man. I'm going to holler at you. All right, Pat, man. Talk to him.
Oh, man. I'm just excited for this season. I'm excited because of the defense. Nothing about this season has me excited about the offense except the running game. I want to see the running game and the defense this year because if we actually had those two things rolling, we're getting back to good football to me. And football is about scheme. It's a game of chess. So you can get up here, you can recite everything that they put on Twitter. This person is sorry. What's the scheme like? If you want to come talk to me and say that I'm crazy and my takes and everything, bring me some evidence. Show me what coverages to where you can say that, hey, they only did this coverage because of Daniel Jones. Show me. Because I dare you, because I looked at all the games. I know the reason why everybody was playing the way they was playing. It was because of the scheme. And that's just a fact. So it is what it is. I know you got to get out of here, but I'm just excited to see the run game and the defense this year. That's what
real quick, man. Just tell everybody, man, where they could subscribe to and the Aboriginal Sport Network and stuff like that, man. Just make sure people are filled in, man, so they know Yep.
Man, they know the vibes, man. We got some heavy hitters over here on the Aboriginal Sports Network. This is where you're gonna find me a lot of the times. I do have my own channel, Big Pat Sports Talk. If you don't know, you go subscribe to that channel as well. But I will be doing most of my work right here on the Aboriginal Sports Network. It's a great network. You get great content. We're doing all content, not just Giants. We're doing NFL, NBA, baseball, NASCAR, hockey, wrestling. We're doing all that here for you guys. And we're creating something very, very genuine and very, very big, man. So subscribe and like to the Aboriginal Sports Network for good brothers like TP, NYG22, Snarf that just left, Coach Ed, Man Cage just called the Knicks game for you guys tonight after y'all destroyed the Celtics, which I knew was going to happen. So it is what it is, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and I'm gonna take a page out of NYG and your playbook, man, and I'm gonna just play some background music, man, as we close this thing out, man. But Pat, I'm gonna holler at you backstage, man.
All right.
All right, and listen, man. Again, shout out to each and every one of you, man, that was tuned in to the Giant Huddle, man. This is how we give it up, man. I'm going to try my very best, man. Y'all know I'm a busy man, but I'm going to try my best to do this at least once a week, man. Once a week where we could just, do just this, man. Huddle up and talk about whatever's on our Giant mind, man. But again, do not forget to subscribe to your boy, man, TP Way the Giant. We are going to let this outro play, but before this outro ends, I need to see Fee-Fi-Fo in the comments. Thank y'all for rocking with us, man. Until next time, peace.
AKA lion, AKA tiger, how we swinging nine, walking through the fire, certified pioneer. Yeah. Keep applying pressure to the foes, blowing closer than I can hit, closer than my dish. TP Way the Giant here.